As you know, it was the UK budget announced by the Chancellor of the Exchequer today, and as Director of Indirect Taxes at Hillier Hopkins, it's my job to provide you some takeaways from the budget relating to VAT and other indirect taxes. Several indirect tax issues came up in the budget today. So the first one is the good news that e-publications will be subject to 0% VAT from the 1st of December 2020, just in time for Christmas, as the Chancellor said. So that's welcome news for anyone who has a Kindle and buys books and publications online. The other welcome change is the removal of VAT from women's sanitary products from the 1st of January 2021. This has been a long contentious issue, and to date the revenues collected from the VAT at 5% have been donated to women's charities. So it's a welcome change, but can only be done once we finally exit the EU. Vehicle excise duty, there has been press activity around motorhomes and the high amount of vehicle excise duty that would be due by comparison to a van on the same chassis. And it's refreshing to see that the government has now decided that motorhomes will be treated in the same way as similar vans and lower vehicle excise duty. Businesses have long been worried about the cash flow impact of having to pay VAT on the arrival of goods at the UK border post-Brexit. It was part of the no deal planning when it looked like the UK may leave with no deal. But following the successful transition period, the government did announce that postponed accounting and other simplifications wouldn't apply because businesses had time to plan. However, it's refreshing to see that the government has taken on board comment, and postponed accounting will be introduced for all imports from the 1st of January 2021, and businesses will be able to account for import VAT via their VAT returns. On the subject of thresholds, the VAT registration and deregistration thresholds have still been frozen, and there has been no mention of lowering or raising those thresholds in the near future. The duty on beers, cider, wines and spirits has been frozen for a year. This is to stimulate exports of these products, in particular Scotch whisky. The government has announced the implementation of a new plastics tax, which will apply to any wrappings for goods such as fruit, vegetables and other items which contain less than 30% recycled materials. It will be applied at a flat rate of £200 per tonne. There are several consultations coming out in the near future, and we urge clients to take part in them as it can shape the future of indirect taxes. These include VAT and financial services, moving goods cross-border, revamping the excise duty regime, and many others. The controversial digital services tax is going to be introduced from the 1st of April 2020, and this will affect providers of social media platforms, marketplaces and search engines to individuals and businesses in the UK. It applies equally to UK businesses and global corporate groups with UK-derived revenues from these activities of 25 million or more. The domestic reverse charge for construction services, which was delayed in October last year, is still going ahead on the 1st of October 2020, as the government announced.